no, well, anyways, thanks for stealing my thunder, but I am, what did she call me? Queen Sylvana of the heir of, I'm the heir of the earth spores. Anyways, she had a golden cap with the insignia of, in case anybody was asking, part of the rebirth, which I did know was part of who I am, because, anyways, my mother told me that I was a burden of rebirth to her. No, that's not right. Anyways.
Your mother told you were a burden?
No, I was
There's
part
smoke
of...
coming out of my ears. The gears are turning so hard. I'm trying really hard to keep up with you, and I'm just really confused.
Yes, so, anyways, this is all my land, so you're welcome that I'm letting you put your dirty little feet on it.
All right, you want to follow the rabbit tracks then?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Nella,
Good.
wait! And then I start... Sylvana! And then I start
probably
Yeah,
accompany
wait,
her.
hold on. I have so many questions for you.
So, you get a whisper in your ear from Tasha that the sword is in Neverlight Grove.
Very well, mistress.
You can't call me mistress anymore. It needs to be queen.
I wasn't speaking to you, Lassie.
Excuse me. Oh, well. All right. We'll put a pin in that. And then he was speaking to you. That's fine. Okay, wait. How much of this did you know about? What of this is familiar to you? Out of Queen, your land, everything the spores touch, Sylvana,
Everything that like
Basidia, Neverlight Grove, and also let's go back to the rebirth thing.
And a rabbit house.
Thank you.
Can we just stick with the rabbit?
Let's just say
you're following the rabbit trail.
I knew everything.
Okay, but what did you know?
Nothing.
Really? Wait, what did your mom tell you again about rebirth?
That she was a burden, apparently.
No, she...
Have you ever considered seeking professional help?
Wait.
Nella's doing her best, actually, so I don't need that
We
energy
just
all over
lost
here.
a very dear friend. And so I'm
Hold
going
on
through
a
hard
second.
time
I
right
have
now.
a question.
And I've heard you speak about him, twice? Not a single tear shed.
I have a question.
I could banish you from these lands.
Listening to me.
Banish it.
What is it, Oleander?
I have a question. I was told not to listen to things that tell me things, and you're gonna believe all of this stuff?
We have something around here called the double standard.
It's
part of the contract.
And hypocrisy.
There aren't any contracts anymore.
That's what you think.
Well, here's the thing. So I believe in my heart that I am the chosen one. Yes. Because I have all of you. So I have been chosen as your friend. Anyways, so we were going to follow the rabbit's path anyways. So if it also leads to this place that may or may not be my sacred grounds, then great. Until I see my army, which I'm sure I have, then the rest of it, I believe I am the chosen one, and that's all that matters. But I believed that before today. Does that make sense?
Well, I believed that bread looked tasty, and I got yelled at for it.
Was it tasty, though?
That's
Just make
Yes.
Just make
And
a
you were
wee.
right.
Just make a wee point here. I'd like to hold my hands out, and I have a feather in one hand, and a small piece of bone in the other.
You looking at me right now?
Yes. Pick one. Think before you make the choice. Which one feels right? Feather? Is that what you're reaching for? Bone?
Bone.
Hold it.
This proves my point exactly. This one cannot be making decisions for the rest of us.
What? What? I take the bone and I throw it on the ground, and I just kind of like throw a little tantrum.
And the
I'm
bone,
just like,
and the bone, literally, like it when it hits the ground, it spreads like this darkness out, and it kills all of the vegetation around it.
Oh.
You picked a cursed item.
I could use that.
you tricked me.
I didn't trick you. You were drawn to one thing and not the other. It has something to do with what's inside of you. That's what I'm telling you now.
Are we done talking about me being the chosen one now?
I picked the bone.
I think we'll circle back.
I could use this.
By all means, then.
Stick it in my bag.
Okay.
listen, and I take your hand, Oleandra. We already knew that she had a demon in her, so there's nothing that you're showing us that we didn't already know. And I storm off and I drag her 4-foot body behind me.
She throws a royal tantrum.
And I'm just like dragging you behind me, basically.
And I'm following.
Well then,
Yes.
It's okay, buddy. It's a sensitive subject.
clearly.
We all know. We've been tracking the demon for a while, but,
Do you know anything about it?
well, we know that she signed her soul away when she was like a kid in her terrible cult. So, do we know
cult,
the
you
name
say?
Akgalre?
I forget.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah, I think
Bashaba.
so.
It was the
Yeah.
cult of Bashaba.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
What did you
Bashaban
say?
Coven of the Tainted
I'm
Flesh.
sorry, Bashaban Coven of the Tainted Flesh.
What did you say?
Akgalre?
The next part.
Bashaban Coven of the Tainted Flesh. Wow, dramatic.
Oh no.
Dear gods.
Is it a bad one? Sounds bad. They live in yurts.
It was the yard she was referring to specifically.
Yeah, that's what made it bad.
I've hunted demons for over 100 years. The
You do
Bashaba
not
Coven.
look that old.
Yeah?
Nice.
Romance.
The Bashaba Coven. The Bashaba Coven is no small thing to be trifled with.
Yeah, I don't joke
No
around
small
with cults.
thing to be trifled with.
Noted.
We're way ahead
I don't
of
trust
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah,
I've
we
just
haven't-
been- we've
I'm
been
not
wa-
hearing
yeah,
any
no,
of this.
I assume we
You feel raindrops on you.
While we're walking,
feel the rain on your skin.
I'm holding your hand and I'm kind of like fuming a little bit, but then I, under my breath, I'm like, thanks.
Of course. It's what a queen would do, right?
And I look up and I kind of like,
I did it. I unleashed the beast.
What did you do?
Great.
What did you do?
I know.
I look it up with you, or look up at you with like a genuine sense of like a genuine nod, like.
Oh, well, I like being affirmed. Thank you. And
I'm
I
sorry I've been so angry. I'm really confused. There's a lot going on, and not just like outside, but like in here, and it's really scary without her here. And I could like it, but I don't like it.
Well, I think coming home is hard, right? You've seen the big wide world already, right? And so coming home is tough, and I'm not very good at this stuff. That I think
you are.
well, that's very I like over your hand. That's very nice. I think that you spending a little bit of time without Akgalre is a good thing. And I think that she needs you more than you need her. So, chew on that.
Why do you dislike her so much?
Competition.
Well,
She likes you.
I think she just kind of rubs me the wrong way. And also, she bonded with you when you were a kid, so you can't really, make your own decisions at that point. When I was 13, I'm not going to say any more, but than that, I don't know.
It sounds like something we should unpack at some point.
Right.
Verity has said that to me before.
Oh,
Begin raining any more heavily.
let's go.
Is it raining for us too?
Oh yeah,
tell me-
it's raining pretty heavily right now.
So tell me a little bit more about these
You look up,
weapons.
and above you is a water elemental coming down, like a giant water elemental coming down towards you.
I just moved to let it have a spot to land.
No, it's like a. Again, it's enormous. It's like a
we, like
Godzilla
yeah,
size. Noticed the
Godzilla
water
size.
elemental?
What? No, you're busy talking. You just notice it's raining harder and harder. And
So
harder.
do we start to? Well, let's get out of the rain.
Just start booking
I
it.
think that sounds
Okay, you
like
start
Trying to
running.
get out from
Suddenly, it's
underneath
like a torrent of water, and essentially, there's so much water coming down that you feel like you are submersed in a swimming pool as water just
Again.
water elemental comes, no matter how fast you run, it just comes through you, and you're inside like a water pool as you're talking.
I like
And then
swim
it-
to grab onto your hand.
I'll grab your hands too.
And then it continues on, and you fall onto like soaking wet.
Oh, again.
Onto the ground, but like still holding onto your hands.
Sick of being soggy.
You're right. Wow. Drowned cat again.
Ick.
Do I still see the path?
The path is gone.
So, what kind of weaponry do you specialize in?
Yes.
Interesting. You don't have a favorite?
I like big swords.
Cannot lie. Verity.
But I'll work on anything. I even reinforced her fangs.
They're gold and diamond encrusted.
Yeah, they are. They have like.
You've got grills.
Yeah, I have
Nice.
And they
some
have
of the
that little
things.
bit of magic glow to
Oh,
it. too.
nice.
Terrifying.
My shiny teeth and me. Shiny teeth, shiny teeth.
Verity, could you tell the group that the queen has something to say?
This is amazing.
Okay, you know that if I do this once, it's never gonna end, so I cannot do it.
The queen has
The queen has something to say.
I look at Verity and I'm like, sorry, I didn't mean it.
Oh no, it was great. She's sort of got like a posse.
Well, all I was going to say, thank you, is that the path is gone. So, that's all I have.
Thank you,
Did it
queen.
wash away?
Yes.
Well,
No, so we just have to hunt down that rabbit again.
You're just making
it was
it up
going
as
that
you go
way,
along,
right?
aren't you?
It was going that way, right?
Yes.
Well,
It's
if you look that way, though, it's either like a very dark enchanted forest or like an open field of colorful flowers.
So the dark enchanted forest seems the more likely path.
Yeah,
Because let's be honest, it's never the nice looking one for us.
I didn't say
Yeah,
it was
it's-
nice looking.
Does
Just
it
has
feel
color-
Well, it
flowers?
feels like there's
just
no
has colorful
cover
flowers.
there.
Oh,
So,
the flowers look like they're carnivorous.
let's take a vote. It's a democracy is what I have instituted as a queen. Would you like
Constitution democracy. Or what is it? Constitution? yeah.
Constitutional monarchy.
Monarchy, there it is. Yeah.
raise your hand if you would like to go in the dark cave of forestness.
Why don't we try to get some more information?
What are our options?
Well, that or the field of flowers.
That or that.
That's pretty much it if you continue in the direction
Oh.
the tracks were going in.
Well, if I had
I'm not allowed to make decisions.
Okay,
And
you're
I
just
look
not
at
supposed to eat strange
Oribian.
food.
I didn't say that you weren't allowed to make decisions.
You told me I'm not allowed to make decisions. Pretty much verbatim.
Well, it's not what I meant.
Awkward.
So we're here kind of like,
Oh, wait,
If I had to guess,
So which direction did you want to go again?
you don't want to choose.
But if you did want to choose, which direction would you go?
Well, I like the flowers.
There, that's easy.
see, here's the thing: the flowers are clearly trying to lead
I
us astray.
wasn't finished. I like the flowers, but I think the cave is a better choice.
Are there any more like animals around?
No, they were washed away.
Things are not as they seem here.
It's not really a cave, it's just a dark forest.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have
Very insightful.
2 votes for the Dark Forest. What does the Queen and her Lady of Waiting say?
Well,
Don't look at me. You're the queen.
You're the Lady in Waiting, though. We need your decision, too.
oh, the forest. Well,
I think Basidio was the lady in waiting.
I think the forest seems fine. Is it? Okay, so what I'd like to do though before I must protect my people. I'd like to cast Pass Without.
DM is like, God, I made a
Sure.
mistake.
Oh, okay. No, I am not.
I'd like to on.
Everybody, right?
Ooh, yes. Okay, so Veil of Shadow of Silence. Okay, so you all have to just stay within 30 feet of me. You have a +10 to any dex checks, and you cannot be tracked except by magical means. creature that receives the bonus leaves behind no tracks or messages. Essentially, so what I'm going...
There's a moth! I killed it.
Oh.
I know.
Murder!
Your winged friend.
So I'm going to cast... I don't know if it's going to work. I'm so sorry. I don't know if this is going to work or not because magic is... too late. So I'm going to cast kind of this almost like fog cloud around us. And we have essentially disappeared.
So that's 3 votes for the forest. I'd say we have a winner.
Right, to the forest.
There's only 5 of you. Yeah.
Indeed.
So you all have. Great.
So I'm going to head that way.
Okay.
I'll follow behind Bo.
All right. Everyone going to the forest then? Together?
I don't think we can choose wrong. We don't know anything about either of these paths.
Okay.
So.
Going in then? Yeah. All right.
I will have my weapon out, though.
Okay, great. So you go, you make your way into the forest.
Wait, can I take like 10 steps towards the flower path?
Yeah, you can set a save point there, and then you can go back to the forest.
Okay, great.
And when you do New Game Plus, you can try the different path.
Actually,
we'll
can do
reload
save
the save just to try the other way.
The forest is dark, but not poorly illuminated. It just has dense growth everywhere. And you're under the path without trace, which lasts what, like an hour?
A path without trace. Last, it does not say.
I think it's.
But it's just as one action.
Okay, I think it's an hour. We'll go with that either way.
30 food.
I was actually into that.
Okay,
What?
Mind
but I did not. It's a
From my
sacrosanct spell or something.
Forgot
I don't
about
take
that.
damage from casting this.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like a
But I
ritual
use a
for
spell
martyr.
slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing really seems to try to attempt to go towards you in any way. So you kind of everybody give it a stealth check actually, and you have an advantage
you
and a
have
plus
a
10.
plus 10.
And no, not an advantage. Actually, you all do.
Wait,
You
hold on.
have the. Except for you don't have an elven cloak. The rest of you do.
What was it was stealth, you said?
Plus
Yeah,
10
stealth.
bonus. So you have it for
Plus 10 and advantage from your elven cloaks.
Was it a good thing we have
20.
plus 10?
Okay.
advantage.
Yeah.
So, okay.
19.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, advantage.
20?
23.
23. So whatever you have, and then an extra plus 10.
21.
Okay.
Without
28.
without him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, 28.
Yeah.
Okay. You make it through the forest without anything really seems to bug you or bother you. However, at the end, when you're finally seeing the light break through, you get a chill down your spines, and vegetation in front of you begins to just wither and die slowly, and it begins
That
kind of
wasn't me.
encroaching on you.
It wasn't on
Oh,
me.
or it's like actively withering
Yeah.
and coming towards us.
Yes, correct. And around, Nella, you can sense this. All the spores you've seen before have been very kind of linked to you and colorful. These spores are completely alien, and they're dark, and they're being carried like on a wind that twists and withers as it goes towards you.
Excuse me, I'd like everybody to know that these spores are not part of my kingdom.
Are they gonna kill us?
I don't know, so I would just be ready.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, my eyes start growing like an ethereal blue, and I cast Transcend Bulwark.
Oh, what's that do?
Ooh,
Gives
what's that?
me -10 free to hit me on my first attack.
Wait, I see you do that, and I also do that.
Okay.
Did you say something to me, DM?
I'm sorry?
Did you say
Yes.
something to me?
Alco Ray immediately responds to this presence.
Like,
She's back.
is she back?
She's like,
She
seems to be.
How does she feel about this?
She
presence?
feels like it's a presence that is in similar nature to her.
I have this moment where I shift physically, and you kind of you recognize. I guess Orivian wouldn't recognize this, but the rest of you recognize this as like Akare taking control.
Okay. Yes.
And
So
I
Alco Ray's
don't
control now.
fully move like her, but I kind of start like leading from the chest. I start falling forward towards the spores.
Okay.
And my feet kind of catch, and then
So you hear the spores, and you hear an abyssal.
can I understand what it's saying?
You speak abyssal?
speak
No, you don't. But
abyssal.
Alco Ray speaks abyssal. So you can speak. You can understand.
I thought that was in my languages.
It just says a
Yeah, I speak
cacophony, a whispering, continuing of rot, decay, doom, rot, decay, doom, as it continues towards you.
I think we picked the wrong path. They're not happy. A lot of death and rotting and the decay. Okay, I heard you the first time. Should we turn around?
I vanish.
Whoa!
And he left us.
Which way? What do you like to turn visible?
Yeah, I just disappear where I'm standing.
Okay, all right. Are you running then, or are you going towards it, or away?
I'm
or
gonna start to back
standing?
up.
Away.
Okay. All right. It quickly overtakes you.
Ooh.
I need everybody to give me a con save, please.
Buddy.
Even though my walking speed's 45.
You have advantage, as do you. You both have
I'm
advantage.
Because I'm
what am I rolling
invisible, does that do
again?
anything?
No, not in this case.
At 20.
Not 20. Okay.
20 total.
So
Okay.
that's 23.
All right. 23.
Nah.
Nada.
8.
8. Okay. right.
18.
You are overtaken by. Did any of you? What's up?
Who's overtaken?
Just a moment.
Sorry.
Did it, at Sigil School, did any of you take classes on like
No.
diseases or
I would.
OUDs? Like
herbology
or like botanist, herbology, that kind of classes?
I mean, I
No.
would've.
You didn't? Really? I thought you were like an upperclassman.
Yeah, but I would have been taking classes on
Engineering.
engineering and magic items, and
Oh, okay.
also on the different realms that have their own unique like technologies and
Oh, okay.
stuff. So I
You?
would have known stuff about
I was like
demons. maybe.
journalism.
It's
So
a
probably
journalism
not.
major.
It was more like history
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah.
So you know, Nella, this is Fair's Rest.
Fair's Rest.
Fair's Rest. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but it's FAERZRESS. It's essentially magical radiation.
Oh.
All right. So you two immediately take 2 levels of exhaustion.
Hot damn.
So you have -2 to everything. You take 1 level exhaustion, 1 level exhaustion. Nella, you're actually not affected.
What does one level do again?
-1 to everything.
With a 23?
Yes, you both take 1.
So you
That's
auto
a
switch.
high-
Does it do damage?
It's not. It's exhaustion. You have 2 levels of exhaustion.
I understand that. I was just saying, does it also do damage?
No, it does not. No. You're essentially irradiated. And
I feel glowy.
so, except for you, because you feel like your presence combats this darker presence. So, yes, go ahead.
No, you. Okay, well, everyone, we need to get out of here. This is bad. I did get an A in this class, so I know what happens.
That's so good.
I'm gonna kind of loop one arm around Verity's
Okay.
elbow, and then
Okay.
loop my other arm around Oleander, and I'll just have Scooter do. Scooter's undead.
Your scooter doesn't, yeah.
Scooter.
Well,
He's okay. He
Crawls on up.
he's a familiar.
Okay, and I'm gonna start to kind of drag the two of them. And gentlemen, it's time to
Yeah.
go.
I'm listening to her and I notice he's looking extra rough.
You can't see me.
You're invisible.
We're not used to you yet.
You're a proxy, so you have kind of like Tasha's power, so it affects you how it does, but you can still, you're not
Okay.
like, you're not
I
feeling
thought
that
maybe he
poopy.
became revisible
No,
after.
uh-uh.
Okay.
I'm gonna start kind of
not
dragging
a glowing
the ladies
aura?
back
Okay.
out of staying in the.
Okay. As you're pushing them out, are you which way are you two?
following.
You're following them, and I assume you're doing something else.
I will follow.
Okay. Rising from, so it's left just decay in its wake, and rising
And my
from.
this, can I? Oh,
Go ahead. What do you?
is that
what
my
do you-
action though? Is dragging them back?
No, I mean, but what do you want to do?
I kind of wanted to. So my jump, because I'm giant infused.
Yeah.
My jump is increased by 50%. I'd like to take a big. Can I leap backwards, holding them?
Lead backwards towards the exit.
Yes.
Sure. Go ahead.
What would I? Do I need to roll anything for that? Like
Could be an
athletics or-
Yeah,
Athletics?
athletics or athletics. Yeah, for sure. Remember, you have advantage on
because
that.
of strength, yeah.
Okay, I already have advantage because I'm giant.
So you get
So
double advantage.
Yeah, sure.
Three.
Double advantage is fine. Yeah,
Okay.
3d20s.
3d20s
Yeah.
for an athletics check.
and this is good because you're kind of
All
like
the
you're,
advantages.
you're starting to feel like you're walking like rotten mud.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so that's an 18.
Plus.
Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, it's an 18.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm trying to kind of like jump
Sure. You begin to take them down.
a
Like,
big like leap.
so you're
out of
essentially
it.
leaping kind of like out of the mud.
Yes.
And
them
everything
with me.
as you're going towards the exit of this forest, everything behind you is rotten mud, and rising from the mud are these kind of like hideous, corrupted, like mud elementals that rise like clay statues. And you're also the path without trace, right?
Yes.
So they don't notice you, and of course they don't notice you. And they're sort of like they're just lumbering.
Okay,
I'm
well, they
trying to
don't
keep
know
up with
that
her
we're
jumping
here,
like
so
that.
the
Okay.
step
So I can
lively,
stay in her
folks.
path
Step
without trace
lively.
cloud.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm stepping at approximately half of my normal speed.
There's probably like first you see just a few, and then 10, and maybe like 100, and they begin to kind of spread out and like spreading this dark, rotten.
Because my walking speed's 45, so
They don't even
kinda-
notice you. Is what I'm telling you.
Oh, but I'm
Because you
still
have
kind
We
of.
That's
can, we
right.
can keep going as long as we're careful.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna
correct.
keep going enough that they can stay within the 30 feet
Okay.
of my.
And you have no problem. There's no way to detect you. In fact, you can fly. You know, I
Shut
can
up.
avoid the mud if you want.
Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
flap up in the
A
air.
light.
Stay
Okay.
within my 30 feet fog cloud.
All right, and then after you see them,
I'm invisible.
you get to make these
Oh, yeah, that's-
strange sounds. You do finally exit out of the dark forest, and the light is bright and kind of like deters these spores.
Okay, well,
But you see the whole forest behind you is essentially completely decayed and corrupted.
Okay, so there was a wrong choice.
that was the wrong choice.
Until
Why
we
didn't
go
we
the
pick
other
the nice
direction and the same
flowers?
thing happens.
Well, I just assumed that it looked nice, so it was bad. Kid? What does that say about us? Sorry.
Does anyone have a tent?
Oh, it wasn't you, kid.
That wasn't you. Do you
I
all
could use a
need
nap.
some
I made the wrong choice as well.
healing? Do we? I don't know.
No, none of us trusted the flowers, to be clear.
Healing doesn't do it. It's right. Restoration does.
Restoration.
Exhaustion, right?
Yeah, restoration.
Wait a minute.
Okay, before you have a chance to do anything, Nella,
Yes.
the spores are overtaking them in a way where you're sensing what's going on. So both of you,
Very
The ones with the double?
that failed,
Yeah.
yes.
Vo and Verity.
So
No.
a dark fear or a dark secret, something maybe from
I
your
succeeded.
past or maybe from your imagination, is threatening to overtake you. I'm gonna let you either face it or you're gonna be knocked unconscious.
Seems like a not choice.
So would it's
No.
just the folks who got
Yes,
two
them
levels
too.
of exhaustion. Okay.
You can either tell me what the fear is or the secret. It's trying to overtake you, or you can be knocked unconscious.
To tell you what the fear is?
Yes,
Okay.
Is it a secret thing?
it is. But you sense exact because you're one with the spores.
I'm saying, is it a secret thing they're going to tell you so they don't know?
No,
we
because
wouldn't know.
Say it out loud. You're saying to say
yeah,
it
no,
out
they
loud.
would know through you. I'm saying you're the nexus.
Okay.
Anything with the regular
Oh,
spores.
so we're hearing what you're
Yes,
hearing,
exactly.
basically.
Yes.
Because we're in your presence.
Correct.
and-
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Your spore broadcasting.
That's how our spores work.
yeah.
So there's a thundering voice, and it's just saying, "You're not enough! None of you are enough! You've all failed me!"
And how do you react to that?
I cower away from it.
Okay. All right. You still have the 2 levels of exhaustion, but do not fall unconscious. What do you want to do?
Do you want me to describe my memory?
Yes.
Okay. It's a dark room with candlelight, hooded figures, and a woman in red, and I would assume maybe like blades flashing, and that's the last thing I remember.
And what's your response to this?
I close my eyes.
I see. Okay. All right. You keep your 2 levels of exhaustion, but you're not knocked unconscious.